Have you been wondering what herbs you should be growing in your garden? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 of my favorite medicinal herbs to grow in your garden so that you can feel empowered to make your own medicine and to help yourself and your family and ultimately our planet live better. So if you dig this kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe to my channel below. Hit that little bell. It'll notify you when I've got a new video out. And I can't wait to connect with you and make herbalism spread like wildflowers together. So the first must-have herb that I think belongs in every medicinal herb garden, it's probably one that you've heard about, or maybe you like to use it for bedtime to just find that nice, peaceful, relaxing feeling, and it's chamomile. And chamomile is an amazing, calming, nervine herb, meaning that it relaxes us and sedates us a bit. But it's so much more than that. It's really amazing for gut health. It's what's called carminative, so it's gonna be really nice for easing gassiness and bloating and tummy upset. And that calming property of it can be really nice also for the kiddos. It's got a lot of bitters properties to it, so it gets our digestive juices to flow really well so that you can have really healthy digestion. It's anti-inflammatory, specific for the gut. It's also nice to use as like a wound wash for the skin. I've used it for my daughter when she was an infant. She had conjunctivitis right away. So I made a little tea bag poultice of chamomile and placed it right on top of her eye. There was a little fennel and golden seal in there as well. And it cleared that stuff up right away. I was very mindful to ensure that it was a very clean tea and poultice as well. Really important, especially when dealing with eye situations. And another thing I love about chamomile, like every time I think of this lovely little plant, I think of my daughter. She is 7 at this time, almost 8, and she kind of has a bit of anxiety. And whenever she has anxiety brew up in her, it goes straight to her, "Mommy, my tummy hurts." And it's really fascinating because there's a direct correlation between our nerves and our gut, and to see that happen with my own child and go, oh goodness, it's great that she loves chamomile so much. You know, it's got this lovely appley, heavenly scent to it. And every time I'm drinking a cup of chamomile tea, you can be sure that my daughter is gonna come and pluck out every chamomile flower from that cup of tea and eat it. And if I didn't think that was so cute, I might be annoyed by it, but I think it's wonderful. And I know it's such a good herb for her. So chamomile is a really great herb to have in your garden as well. Chamomile is super duper easy to grow in your garden. So ultimately you can spread the seeds once the soil reaches about 55 degrees and just lightly cover it, give it a little water, pray for some sunshine, and she'll grow really well. She does like a moist, rich soil, but she can grow in a lot of great places. When growing your chamomile, do be mindful of the weeds around there. While she's a really strong and potent medicine, she has a hard time combating all of those other weeds, and they can take over from the chamomile. And chamomile can take over your beds as well. So do be cautious. She is a prolific self-seeder. I could think of worse things in the world than having chamomile overgrowing my garden. I don't know about you, but I just love this plant. You can use German chamomile and you can use Roman chamomile. Both of them have wonderful medicinal properties. The German chamomile is gonna be a little bit taller. It's gonna grow about a foot tall, whereas the Roman chamomile is gonna be kind of matted and very close to the ground. So you can think about that as you're deciding where you want your chamomile to grow. And then you can simply harvest those beautiful flowers once they start opening up and presenting their glorious rays to you. You can harvest them by hand. You can get what's like this chamomile comb or rake. It's almost like a like a dustpan rake that kind of comes through and combs off the heads of the chamomile plant. If you've got a lot growing, you might want to go that route. So super easy friend for your garden. She's simply delightful, absolutely lovely, and bursting with excellent medicine for you and your family. All right, so the next herb I want to talk about that is a must-have in any garden is my beautiful friendula, calendula. And if you ever tune into my podcast and you've heard me talk about calendula, you'll likely hear me sing this little song that goes, calendula, you are my friendula, I remember when you were, and then it'll trail off into whatever direction the flowers and the plants take me to, but I absolutely love calendula. Simply one of my best friendulas. She's beautiful. She's like a golden ray of sunshine. She can be yellow, she can be orange. She's kind of golden sunshine-like. And she packs such medicinal power, and she's so good for your garden. She makes a great companion plant. She'll repel the bad guys. She'll attract the good guys. She has amazing antifungal properties to her. Like if you suffer from athlete's foot or ringworm, she's a phenomenal wound healer. So she's typically thought of in cases of cuts and scrapes, even really nice in bug bites and bee stings, things like that. She's also a great wound healer for the damaged gut wall, which is super duper cool. A lot of us in our world really suffer from inflammation, and that's gonna start in our gut. And if you wanna dive deeper into gut health, I do have a course on herbs for gut health where we go really deep into that kind of subject matter. Super duper cool to know, especially since most disease begins in the gut, and the more you know about your gut and how you can care for it, the better off you are. But calendula is still, no matter what, an epic friend to have in your garden. She's gonna make you happy every single time you see her. And yeah, just medicinal powerhouse, really. And oh gosh, how could I forget? She's amazing for skincare. I mean, I already talked about the wounds, but a lot of people love to use this beauty to increase or keep their own beauty. So you can make her into an oil, you can make a tea with calendula, you can do so much with this beautiful little friendula that you must grow her. And the great news is she's pretty darn easy to grow. She likes a fertile, somewhat moist soil, and she loves lots of bright sunshine. But it's cool because she's going to give sunshine back. I would recommend using her as a border around your gardens because, again, she does like to repel some bad guys and bring in the good guys. Actually, she'll even bring in some of the bad guys so much that it keeps it off your other plants, which is really, really nice. She's quite a sticky, lovely friend to have around. Oh, the other great thing about calendula is that the more you gather her flowers, the more flowers she'll produce for you. So as soon as she starts showing that beautiful flower to you, go ahead and harvest it, and harvest it right above the next layer of leaves. Maybe at an angle, you'll want to snip that off. Keep that flower, dry it, add it to oil, whatever you need to do to make good medicine for you. And she's gonna come back with many, many more flowers for you throughout the season until the first frost. Yay, calendula. Ooh, and you wanna make the best salad at the next party? Put some calendula petals in there. It's so pretty. Another magnificent herb to grow in your garden. I've got a sweet affinity for this lemony fresh friend, and it is lemon balm. One, I love her. She's so uplifting. She's known as nature's sunshine to uplift the spirits, especially during the darker winter seasons when a lot of people are suffering from seasonal affective disorder. Lemon balm can really come in handy during that time. I also love her because you may know me as Mel, but my name is Melissa, and lemon balm's Latin name is Melissa officinalis. And maybe I was named after the Allman Brothers tune, Sweet Melissa, but I can't help but love, my namesake herb and nature's sunshine. So she's also another great herb that's fantastic for kiddos, and being a mom, I like to plant herbs that are safe and wonderful for kids. She's another great carminative herb, so she's gonna ease tummy upset, gassiness, bloating, really helpful in cases of colic or something along those lines. She can be really nice if maybe you've got a headache going on. You might want to have a little lemon balm tea. It could be helpful. Maybe add a little chamomile there as well to just kind of soothe the nerves if it's a tension-related headache. She smells so lovely. I mean, she's so fragrant. She's named lemon balm for a reason. She is lemony fresh. You can use her leaves as you would any other mint around. You can put her in a tea, you can put her in salads, you can make a lemon balm oil. She is an absolute delight to have around, and I know you will enjoy planting her in your ground. So when you plant your lemon balm in the ground, you want to be sure to pick a place that has ample sunshine. Like, she can tolerate some shade, but the more sunshine lemon balm gets, the more magic and medicine and those aromatic properties that come out in the plant. So give her sunshine and she's going to be even more sunshine for you. It's really a reciprocal process there. She likes some moisture and some fertile soils. She is going to attract the good bugs and repel the bad bugs, so she can be a great border plant around your garden, around your home even, like the doors to your home to keep the bad guys away is a really good idea. You want to harvest your lemon balm when she's going into flower, so all of that magical medicinal energy is going up into the plant, and you will gather and cut the plant down to about 6 to 8 inches in height left for the plant, and it will regenerate and grow more medicine for you throughout the season. She is in the mint family, so she's got opposite leaves and square stems, and she's going to grow prolifically. She will self-seed if you let her, and she can take over your garden as many mints do. So watch her and grow her. You're gonna love her. So the next herb we're gonna chat about is a really beautiful one you may have heard of. She's really popular during cold and flu season because she does such a great job to stimulate and alert and awaken the immune system, and she's echinacea. And not only is she a beautiful friend to have in your garden, one thing that's wonderful about growing this plant is, the reality is we live in a world full of greedy people. And once people hear, oh, X plant is good for this, they go out and rape and pillage the earth and take the plant in any way, shape, or form without any kind of consideration as to how they are caring for the plant and our planet. And I don't know if you've gathered by listening to me, that crap chaps my hide. So grow your own darn echinacea. She's absolutely beautiful. She's relatively easy to grow, and she does so much more than just being a immune stimulant. Echinacea can be a really wonderful friend when it comes time for wounds because she's got some great antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. And you can make a wash out of her to make sure, if you've got somebody with a wound, which I had my partner this past weekend gash his thumb open. Echinacea was one of the plants I used to ensure that there was no infection going on in the gashed wound that he had, and today the wound looks beautiful. The echinacea is a really great friend to have on hand all year round. And when you plant her in your garden, you really want to make sure that she's got a lot of sunshine because this beauty will soak it up and make great medicine with that sunshine. She's going to grow pretty high, so you might want to be mindful of that when placing her in your garden. She's got these beautiful purple cone flowers. It's another name for echinacea. And she's just lovely. You can get a lot of great medicinal value out of the flowers and the leaves and the roots. The roots are sometimes the more powerful aspect of this plant, But you need to let those roots grow for 3 to 4 years before you harvest them to get good medicine out of them. So be sure to give her lots of sunshine. She likes a very warm area and warm soils. She likes a fertile soil as well. But the cool thing is, during that 3 to 4 year time period, you can absolutely use the leaves and the flowers of the plant. You'll just want to harvest maybe 10 to 20% of the plant, of the flowers and the leaves, and then leave the rest so that good energy can go back down into those roots and ensure that the 3 to 4 years later, when you're ready to harvest those roots, you have some really, really potent medicine that you've grown. Ooh, and one other great tip to know is that when you're getting echinacea and maybe you're trying somebody else's echinacea, it should give your tongue and your mouth this really peculiar tingle that is like no other. And if you don't get that tingle when you bite into your echinacea, you better go find other echinacea, or even better, grow your own. So our next awesome friend to grow in the garden is another tall one, so she might go in the back area of your garden. She's simply lovely and delightful and soft and cooling and mucilaginous and really great for gut health and respiratory health and your skin and, you know, mucosal tissues. And it is Marshmallow. No, you're not going to make s'mores out of this plant. It's Althea officinalis, and she's absolutely lovely. As I said, she is going to grow 4 to 5 feet high and kind of a stalk, and she's got these really, really soft, lovely, light green, silvery leaves and beautiful white flowers that have like 5 petals on them with just a little hint of pink or purple in there. And she's just a delight, and she's got such good medicine within her. So I really love to use Marshmallow when it's time, when somebody's got like a dry, raspy, sore throat. She's really rich in this stuff called mucilage. And mucilage is kind of this slimy, ooey gooey stuff, but it's really where all the good medicine is when it comes to Marshmallow. And it can coat and soothe and cool hot, inflamed tissue around your body, like in the respiratory tract. If you are dealing with like sunburnt skin, Althea or Marshmallow can be a really great helper. I like to make a cold infusion with the root. Just take a little bit of the root, some water, pop it in the fridge. The next day, you're gonna have this really slimy stuff that looks a lot like snot, and you may be repulsed by it because you think of it as snot, but don't, because that is where the good medicine is. That is the stuff you want to help heal and repair that hot, inflamed tissue. Yeah, specific for the gut, specific for the respiratory system, and specific for your skin. And she grows in a lot of different types of soil. She does prefer some moisture and some rich, fertile soil, but she can thrive in other spaces as well. She'll do really well if you give her quite a bit of sunshine. However, she can tolerate shade as well. You can use her flowers and her leaves as great medicine, but I find the most incredible medicine comes from the roots. But you do want to wait 2 to 3 years before you go to harvest those roots so that they've had a chance to really work their magic within the earth. And yeah, Marshmallow is going to be a great addition to your garden. Hopefully you found a lot of value out of this quick little video on 5 must-have herbs to grow in your garden so that you can feel empowered to make your own medicine, to take care of your friends and take care of your family. And don't forget, most importantly, you're taking care of our planet when you grow your own medicine. And I don't know about you, but I freaking love this planet and I know we need to take care of it. So please do it. For more information, if you want to find out how I use some of these herbs, you can check out mountainmells.com. I use a lot of these herbs in many of my teas and my body care products. I've also got the Herbalist Path podcast. You can join us over in our Facebook group at the Herbalist Path, where we do Medicine Making Mondays live, and I'd love to have you there. And yeah, let's come together and make herbalism spread like wildflowers. Subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, and share this video with all your friends.